Sorry, Jaspyn, that sounds pretty awful.
Yes. Pumpkins.
What?
There's so many pumpkins around here. Don't change the subject!
Do you hate them as much as you hate corn?
No, actually. I like pumpkins.
Gasp, the ultra emo vampire likes pumpkins. Me too, pumpkin pie is the best. I hate pumpkins.
Oh, shut it, witch. Let's carve some up. Just a lot of deviation. It will be a good activity to keep you awake during our rest stop.
See, by the time we're done carving the pumpkins, he's gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it. My pumpkin's going to be better than yours. I don't want to carve pumpkins.
Better than yours. We'll see about that.
Well, we're back to 3.
Yeah.
You and Jaspyn pluck 2 round pumpkins from the patch and clear off an old table outside the barn. You grab some tools from inside the rickety barn and use them to gut the pumpkins. Pumpkin seeds are great for roasting, but they also make a powerful summoning spell. So that could be a later thing.
Yeah, really. What do they summon?
The Pumpkin King. Ravens.
The kind that brings you packages.
Yeah, sometimes I've definitely accidentally summoned a delivery raven before.
Not even a great pumpkin or something like that. It's just ravens. What was it? What was in its package?
Antifungal cream. I felt bad for delaying the delivery to whoever needed that.
Anyway, what do you think you'll carve your pumpkin into? Oh,
a classic jack-o'-lantern face, a witch, a vampire, another smaller pumpkin, chocolate chip, 400 caramels.
That'll be a lot of holes. I'll do a vampire. It went up a little. Oh, you better make it a very good looking then.
You and Jaspyn get to work carving your pumpkins. You know, you're the first vampire I've ever met.
I figured. What will all the questions and all? I'm surprised about that. The area surrounding Everhollow is overrun with them.
Wants to keep my cottage well hidden, so I guess you're just the first one to stumble across my doorstep. And besides, I only moved here 2 years ago. But my mentor back in Dark Harbor used to tell me scary stories about vampires all the time.
Really? What about?
Once there's a little witch who neglected her assignments and never turned in her potions on time. One night she fell asleep while practicing a spell in the woods when she was attacked by a vampire. She tried to run but was horrified to find that in her careless casting she'd accidentally trapped herself in her own salt circle. The vampire gave an evil laugh as he sucked all her blood and she crumpled into a heap on the ground, never to be heard from again.
Well, did she become a vampire herself, or did she simply die?
I don't know. It's not like it's a true story. My mentor just made it up to scare me into doing my homework. I would never have guessed you'd get so invested in such stories.
I'm not heartless.
Sun comes up, he dies. Are you crying?
No, I'm not crying.
Tease him.
Tease him.
You're totally crying. I can't believe a little story like that is all it takes to make a vampire cry.
Oh, be quiet, witch. Lest I nail your pointy little hat to a tree and leave you there.
Well, it's not like the hat is attached to her.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
Do you think the hat is part of my body, Jaspyn?
Yes. Never mind. Get back to your carving your pumpkins. Who was your mentor anyway?
Clarissa Hartwood. Have you heard of her? She was quite a famous witch, at least in the Dark Harbor area.
I haven't. Dark Harbor is 3 mountains and 2 seas away. I haven't heard much of anything about that. She was your mother?
No, I just chose to take her surname when I started apprenticing under her. I was an orphan, you see, so I didn't have any surname.
Hmm.
Always knew I wanted to be a witch, though, since I was a young child at the orphanage. I wasn't always... It wasn't always an easy path. I got bullied a lot for it by other kids. But around that time, I found the cutest black kitten in the streets.
Chocolate chip.
Just started summoning portals everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, he and I grew up together. Then he became my familiar when I started apprenticing under Clarissa.
Interesting.
She loved us both as if we were her own family. We lived under her shop in Dark Harbor. Above her shop in Dark Harbor.
Yeah.
She taught me magic in the mornings. I helped run her shop in the afternoons. And we'd read stories or play board games in the evenings. I made friends in our coven and got quite good at sewing and playing the flute. Life was good. We were happy.
Why leave Dark Harbor then?
A portal opened up.
Yeah.
Clarissa had made an enemy of a warlock. An ex-boyfriend gone evil. You know how it is for us witches.
Oh, I can only imagine.
One night he came to destroy our home and shop. Clarissa told me to run. I grabbed Chocolate Chip and made for the window, but the warlock set a fire. We were cornered.
Quite the lore.
So Chocolate Chip conjured a portal. He'd done it before to take us short distances from the shop to the grocer, for example, but he'd never created such a powerful portal before. It led out in the forest here, 3 mountains and 2 seas away. We wandered around until we found an abandoned cottage to move in and set up our own practice. That was 2 years ago. 2 years that it's just been me and Chocolate Chip. And now 2 months that it's just been me.
It must have been difficult waiting these 2 months just for the chance to bring him back.
Very difficult. That's why it's so important for me to get this blood. The ritual won't ever work again after tonight.
Oh.
I didn't want to leave her, Clarissa. I mean, she wasn't my birth mother, but she was the closest thing I ever had to one. I loved her very much, and Chocolate Chip did too.
What became of her?
She was killed, the Warlock too. They battled to the death and destroyed a quarter of Dark Harbor. Luckily, no one else was hurt, but I hear they're still rebuilding.
Oh.
I guess I should be glad I left. I probably would have been the one charged for the damages. Probably can't even admit.
Yeah.
Still, it would have been a small price to pay to have us all back together again. Like my cottage in the woods, but I miss Dark Harbor sometimes.
That's quite the deviation.
I miss my life there.
How's your pumpkin coming along?
Alright, how about yours?
Fine. I used to carve pumpkins every year when I was younger.
How much younger exactly?
Let's see, I'm 113 this year, so about 100 years ago.
How did you say a couple years ago and you were a reporter 100 years ago? And yeah. What was life back then? Did you make paintings on the walls of caves?
You better not be serious, witch. My life was good too. My parents and I used to carve pumpkins every Halloween. It was a tradition of ours. We'd have a little competition. Whoever carved the best pumpkin would get the first bite of the pie made from the pumpkin's innards. Before the vampire problem, Everhollow used to host wonderful Halloween celebrations. Parades, pranks, trick-or-treating, horse shows, dancing, and the best candy apples.
Trick-or-treating horses.
And then they became candied. But over the past several decades, Halloween night has become a time to lock up and hide inside, for the fear of becoming the prey of a hungry vampire. Everhollow hates vampires. They have orders to kill them on sight. Kill us. After all, after I was turned, I longed to go back to my old life, but I knew I couldn't return. My parents would have been horrified by what happened to me. And worse, they would have been horrified of me.
Well, if they're still alive 100 years later.
Yeah, I did wonder. They were such kind people. Maybe they could have learned how to love me again. If I made it clear that I intended them no harm.
Probably like 10 endings or something.
Yes, I know. Even if I would have hid in the shadows of my home and all my life, never show my face to society again. At least I would have been my home with them. But there was no way a vampire could be accepted by Everhollow, even if I chose to avoid feeding on humans. My own parents would have tried to kill me.
Didn't you just say they would accept you?
Yeah, they would have been kind and other things and all this stuff. So I never spoke to them again. I just watched them from a distance. I'd sit on the hill above the town and watch their shadows pass in the window.
So who lives in your house now?
Yeah. Watch them before their carved pumpkins out to the doorstep every October. Watch them cook dinner and dust the little portraits of me still on their mantelpiece. Watch them grow old and eventually pass away. I dread the hunt every year. What I wouldn't give to enjoy a slice of pumpkin pie tonight instead of blood.
I'm truly sorry to hear that, Jaspyn.
Yeah, really letting it out at this barn. Whatever, it doesn't matter anymore. It's been nearly 50 years since they passed. I barely even remember their faces.
Of course it matters. You'll get through this, Jaspyn. Stay silent.
I got through this. Thank you. I suppose it is nice to spend the holiday with someone who's not screaming their head off and the entire time I'm with them. This is my first time I even touched a pumpkin in 80 years.
Well, you look pretty good for 113.
My body doesn't age except for my hair for some reason. I was 33 when I was turned, so I guess I'm stuck at 33 forever.
So that's why so many vampires have white hair? What color did it used to be before?
Guess.
You give me blonde vibes. Brown, definitely black.
Blonde? Blonde? Really? Well, I'll choose to take that as a compliment. It was actually a very dark shade of brown that most would consider black. But my mother used to say it turned chocolate brown in the sun. Just like your cat. Of course, I don't know if that was true anymore as my hair aged. I could neither go in the sun or look in a mirror. What is it?
Your hair was the same color as chocolate chip's fur.
Well, no longer. Now it's pale as a bone.
Looks good. It would have looked better black. Maybe you should cut it. It's a bit long.
God, does it? Yes, I can only imagine it does. I always thought I could pull off any color.
You and Jaspyn finish carving your pumpkins and show them to each other.
And then show it to the one guy, the vampire lord. Ha! It's good, isn't it?
It's great. It's okay. It sucks.
It's great. Really? Thank you. Let's see yours then.
Mine is great. Okay, awful. Don't know anything about pumpkin carving.
They're both great.
Look at it. It's my best work yet.
Very nice work. And you've captured my content.
This is supposed to be you. It looks better than you do in real life. It doesn't look as good as you do in real life.
Oh my. Oh, well, thank you, little witch. Really, I had no idea my dashing good looks would make any sort of impression on you.
You use a tungsten wire to cast a light spell, illuminating the carved pumpkins from within to give them that classic eerie Halloween glow. So if we use the light spell, that wouldn't have happened?
Yeah, I guess.
You and Jaspyn decide to leave the carved pumpkins outside the old barn. Maybe some ill-advised trick-or-treaters will stumble across them and enjoy the festive sight. You know, before they get attacked by vicious vampires. Since that's what happens to trick-or-treaters around here, apparently.
Who are you talking to?
No one, Vampy. Let's keep going.
Finally!
You and Jaspyn continue to the path through the pumpkin patch until the terrain gets a bit hillier, trees dotting and the landscape around you.
Yes.
You eventually emerge to the crest of the hill that provides an outlook over the valley to the east. By the light of the moon, you can see the sparkle of a river and beside it a small town.
Yes.
There's a steepled church, clusters of quaint houses and many crisscrossing roads, but it's completely silent with no one out and about, even though it's Halloween.
Yes, how quaint. Everhollow.
So quiet. Creepy. Dark Harbor was always...
The what?
You kept pressing and then it went all the way to the pumpkin patch.
It held.
Always a riot on Halloween, even late into the night like this.
Like my fingers are getting bored. It used to be like that here too. See that house down there by the river?
No. The green one?
Yes, though that was Fisherman Matthew's house.
That was a good memories there.
No, I was going to say that I ate it 4 times a night, one night at Halloween. He was a bit of a clean freak, and I kept cleaning it off. Kept cleaning it off every time I did it. You'd think he would have learned that just wait until the end of the night.
Oh. I think that counts as a good memory.
Getting too dang freaking hungry. Yes, it was.
What's that spooky looking black house behind the church?
Oh. That was old wizard John Evilman's house.
Was he an evil wizard?
No, he was actually quite nice. He just had a dark aesthetic and an unfortunate name.
Do we ever get to the castle?
Yeah, we're just talking outside of the castle now. He used to let me hide in his bushes when I was going undercover journalism. In return, I wrote an article dispelling all of the myths about him and his creepy house. We became friends after that. I think they turned his house into a factory producing lawn flamingos now. I wish it was still alive and protecting me. John so hated lawnmowers.
Flamingos. Where's your house?
It's gone now.
What happened to it?
They demolished it, given Everhollow's shrinking population.
But at least you don't have to look at it anymore. That's awful. I'm sorry.
Yes, I suppose so.
Where do you live now? So do you live in a cave of bats now? So do you just wander around the countryside and sleep under the stars now?
Where do you live? I live in a cabin in the mountains west of here.
I bet it's very goth. I thought vampires live in a castle. Sounds lonely.
It is at times.
Maybe you should move out to the mountains. Can I visit there sometime?
Sure, I suppose it would be nice to have to.
You and Jaspyn continue through the hills and path leading away from the Everhollow towards the hill upon which Lush's castle.
Yes! God,
it draws closer and closer as you walk through the tree-shaded path, the moon casting a bluish glow over the shadowy land.
It's one road!
It also makes Jaspyn practically glow white. It seems his vampiric skin reflects light like snow.
He's whiter.
You're quite pale, Jaspyn. It's kind of hurting my eyes.
You're very observant. That's what happens when you go into the sun. You can't go into the sun. Wear a pair of sunglasses if it bothers you so much.
Oh, I know. I could cast a spray tan spell on you.
Really? Do you think it looked good with the tan? Sure. Oh.